Decided to do the Melbourne show and a bit of backwards and forwards between here and Melbourne. Working on the collabs with David, which was featured as part of my solo show there in their new gallery. It was fucking awesome. With the show, I wanted 50 pieces. I wanted to do more so I could curate it down, and I decided to make all the pieces based on the rabbits, being the year of the rabbit this year, Lunar New Year 2023. I decided to capitalise on the rabbits, and then in a display case I had also 50 of my various clovers, four-leaf clovers, on display there from my travels between here and Melbourne. To my surprise, as I found out only 2 days before the show, Kate Sobrano decided to play at the show, which was awesome. She brought her good friend Kathleen Halloran along, who is probably the best female guitarist in the world, I reckon, in my personal opinion. With those two kicking it off and getting the atmosphere started was just awesome. Pre-assembly, put on the food. Whilst organising the show, Frankie had sort of come up with the crazy idea, which I loved, of getting a tattooist in for the night, so I did up some tattoo flash, a little design as a tattoo on the night as part of the takeaway for the show, and just all these things combined with Kate and Kathleen and Jim tattooing and the food and the flowers and just the whole wonderful Bromley atmosphere. It just made it an awesome night, and bonus that it was my birthday, so it was the best way to turn 50 and to mark what I want to be my halfway point to 100. Mikey has been going through a bit of a rough trot lately, with him having to have an operation on his back and spine, which has sent him to the road to recovery to basically learn to walk again. One of the times I was in Melbourne painting in the Melbourne studio, Mikey was able to visit, sort of to get out and about. He was able to sort of bust out a character in Artist Lane from his wheelchair, which was the first outside painting that he'd done in ages because of his injury. It was really good for the soul. My show and Mikey's shows with the Bromleys, he's always had a piece in my show type thing, and I've always had at least one piece of mine in his show. I sort of G'd him up. He had a canvas just sitting there in his bedroom. I was like, okay, I want you to do a character for me. He had to paint the background, and then he's knocked it in, and then I was able to pick it up from his place and do my piece to make up the collab whilst I was working in Dalesford. It was really good. We were able to do that collab. I think it's the first collab piece that we've done in a show, and then he had an abstract sort of rabbit featured as well on that one little wall, which was awesome, and then he was able to make it along for the show, which just topped the night off. And my birthday, represent. What a powerhouse Kate is. She is just a phenomenal talent of Australian and world music. She's a beautiful human being too. Love her to bits. It's great how creativity from different fields can come together for sort of mutual sort of appreciation.